something new. I'm going to start a reading series and I hope you'll enjoy it. So today I picked out something from the good old days and the title is Butter, Eggs, and Love by Vernon Ream. Holidays were always special for me as a young boy, living with my family on a small farm in south central Pennsylvania. I was born in 1940 and at the age of 10, I was learning family responsibilities. Boy, fill the wood box. Boy, go get some water from the spring. Oh boy, go see if there are any eggs. When Mom said that magic word, eggs, my overreactive mind conjured up ideas as to what she was going to make. Cookies, pie, or maybe a cake. It didn't matter. All I knew was that whatever she chose to make, it would be good. Besides being a pretty nice lady, Mom was really a good cook and even better baker. On our small farm, we always had hogs for butchering and a big fat brown and black laying hens. When I was told to go collect the eggs, something good was about to happen. This particular spring in 1950 brought all the many things that needed to be done in the vegetable and flower gardens. However, the most important part of spring was the celebration of Easter. Food has always been and still a very important part of our family celebration. That Easter was no exception. Besides all the good things that came with ham, sweet potato, warm dinner rolls were the desserts Mom would make. Mom made sugar cookies, not just an ordinary cookie, but they were called soft drop cookies with lots of butter, sugar, buttermilk out of the oven. They were to die for. Fresh butter and own eggs always made the best cookies. They would always puff up so light and tender right before they put them into the oven. Sugar was sprinkled on top just to make sure they had enough appeal. I remembered so vividly how Mom would put all the ingredients in a large rainbow-colored bowl, get a wooden spoon from the drawer, sit down, and start to beat the batter until it was light and fluffy. Then the dough was dropped onto the old battered cookie sheets, darkened with age, and the baking began. When we smelled the aroma coming from the kitchen, we all hung around hoping to be there for a warm one. If we had been good, it usually happened. I was on my very best behavior on those days. Whole milk, good old cold, was in good supply then, and I have many fond memories sitting with my siblings around the table. Excuse me. Excuse me. 2 or 3 soft, slightly brown cookies on one side and a big glass of milk close by. We didn't talk. We would break a cookie in half, dunk it in the cold milk, and hope we got it in our mouths before it fell into the milk. Dunking takes practice, but if the cookie is good enough, you can learn quickly. It really didn't matter though. Any dropped cookies was spooned out of the milk with a spoon. Soon we were old enough to drink coffee, and the dunking really got serious. It is very hard for me to decide which was best of Mom's delights. If I were voting right now, her Christmas Tarts would win hands down. Again, she would gather all the ingredients, mix the dough thoroughly, and set it outside to chill and set up. After a few hours, the wax paper, flour, and the big old rolling pin would appear on the table. The kitchen stove fire was just right, and she would start to roll and roll and roll. I never knew why she rolled so much until years later when I started baking. There was nothing fancy about her Tarts except they were the best in the world as thin as paper and covered with cinnamon and sugar. She would make hundreds and hundreds of those wonderful morsels. I think we even helped her decide what shapes they should be. A star, a candy cane, a pine tree. It didn't matter. All I know is that large cookie tin was open for special occasions. It produced nothing but pure delight. One started with a few and then a few more. As with the sugar cookies, milk was the Dunkin' liquid of choice until we discovered coffee. The older ladies of our church, including Mom, took great pride in making and sharing their favorite special and tarts. Christmas was not complete unless there was a big can full of these wonderful, thin, buttery, sugary treats sitting just out the summer kitchen in a cool, dry spot. Many gifts of love was passed around in those early days, and the best were those gifts that were unwrapped, covered in wax paper, and with a big bow on top was a pretty plate full of sand tarts, just being waited to be dunked. So that's the story for today. If you like this, please like, share, and subscribe. And like I always say, you never know what's going to be on my videos. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.